you walk us through something?
Yes. I want to show you two cases that are not big investments. We can consider them small investments, but just to understand how the market changed in these years. For example, we have a case of a hotel in Saranda that is in the beach. Let's say it's 20 meters from the sea. It's a small hotel for maximum 70 rooms with some really big suites. And this hotel started construction on November 22 and finished on June 23. Okay, have a good position. Have the possibility that all the rooms have sea view. That is the most important thing for the people that came and make vacation. Who is in the sea wants to have sea view. There is a very good project, and the construction phase was done with very good quality. The rooms are big rooms, not small, like a general hotel that are in Europe, because in our country rooms are bigger, but in Europe are small. These are big rooms with a perfect view, with balcony, and in the first year, the turnover of this hotel was 1.5 million, only in the first year. Now, I don't want to make the calculation which is the real income, but just the turnover is the back value for the first year of the hotel, because no one knows. They doesn't have feedback on online platforms, and when you see the feedback that are good, for me it's a pleasure too, because I see that the people like the position, like the possibility that they have to have sea view, like that there is no noise. So since that hotel is good managed and investors take care about what we have consulted them. So this is good. And another cases that I want to show is always small investment. There are villas that they are different sizes, because we use the project for different opportunity buyers. For example, starting from small villas, me personally consider small villa something that is from 180 meter to 220 square meter, and without consider the underground area. Underground area is maybe higher, and we make this villas, and the selling price 3 years ago was something like 1,500 euro per meter square. Now is starting from 2,500 euro per meter square, starting from. So if the first size was something like 300,000 euro, now is at least 750,000 euro. And these are this only to show that the market here is going higher. Okay, we know all that at a certain point the market stops, but maybe the prices go lower, but it's always with a good quality urban project, and with a good quality project, the investors for sure that have a good return, but can take higher prices.
Awesome. So in this project, so the investors who bought the properties at pre-construction phase, so they bought it for 1,500 square meter, and now the project is at 2,500 square meters. So that's 1,000 euros.
Because finished construction, the prices is higher because people come and stay. Here in our country who wants to buy something prefer to buy it during construction phase because they know that the price is lower. There are some investors, for example, I have a case years before of some investors that buy something like 10 apartments in a building during construction phase, and they sell them in the time that construction finished with double price.
And or were you involved in the construction of it, like right from the beginning of this project, from the land acquisition to getting the permit to construct?
Yes, I
Oh, that
mean, from the first phase, the concept till the what we call property certification.
okay. So let's
So
talk about this project.
we are involved in all the process. Sometimes we are investors. When we think that is a good investment, we take a risk to the investors.
Great.
So for this reason that we care not only in the cases that we invest, but in all the cases we care about the investment to always like it is our own investment, as a proper investment. We take care too much about our client or our investor because, as I said you before, we doesn't prefer to make too much publicity to ourselves on our office because we have continuity of with these 5 or 6 investors that we have. We have started a project and then we have others and others and others.
So let's dig deeper into this project. So this project that we were talking about, discussing about villas, from the conception stage to it. What was and now that we understand a little bit more about the Albanian market, so what was the land cost on it?
Okay, in Saranda, it was something like 600 euro per meter square. But you have to consider that in 691 square meter, we have constructed 5,000 meters square.
Great. Awesome.
Okay. In the case of the villas, the terrain was 100 euro per meter square because it's in Tirana, and Tirana has higher prices. But when you sell the terrain too.
Yeah, you sell the terrain too.
And when you sell the terrain too, the terrain has not more 100 euro per square meter, but you start selling from 250 euro per square meter. Because you have done urbanization, you have done landscape project. So the cost of terrain is an initial cost, but it's not, it's calculated when you sell the villas, you sell the terrain, and what you have done on the landscape of this terrain.
Yeah, so that's where we are trying to dig deep, right? So when you sold this project in Tirana, those villas, you started selling it for 1,500 euros per square meter. Now, that's from the investor standpoint. If I was the investor or the investors who kind of built that from a case study standpoint, what was so you said the terrain cost on that was 100 euros per square meter. And then you had the taxes, the construction cost. So, and initially, I remember we're talking about the cost is coming roughly around 500 to 600 euros per square meter, and that includes the terrain as well. So was that the case for that villas in Tirana as well? 500 to 600 euros